Right, welcome ladies and gents. Not a good day for Disney. Not a good few days for Disney, in fact. It's been pretty bad. Yesterday, dropped ridiculous amounts of stories with respect to Disney. And today they've got their earnings call. And one dropped very late, for me anyway, yesterday. And that was a leak, which is Disney General Entertainment Content Diversity and Inclusion Standards, aka a bunch of raging sexism and racism. Yeah, it's that sort of forced inclusion, positive discrimination. There's nothing positive about any form of discrimination, quite frankly. Also, side note, Jasper's made an appearance. Give a massive thumbs up for Jasper. Anyway, let's dive into this today, ladies and gents, shall we? Hit subscribe if you're new here. And please do follow me over on Twitter at Mr. H Reviews. So, yeah. An anonymous source sent this to Elon Musk. This is from Disney. It is mandatory, institutionalized racism and sexism, which it is. Loads of people will go, oh, that's not verified, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, it might not be. But they've also come out and admitted to a lot of this anyway. This isn't new. We've just now got it on paper. So can I believe this is the case? Yes, 100% I can. And hilariously, as a result of everything that's going on with Disney, Disney is trending. It is a trending topic and has been for a very long time at the moment on Twitter. But what does this say? And I would like to say, just as an FYI, a lot of this stuff is in line with what the Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts, the Oscars, basically. This is in line with a lot of what they have. And it's in line with a lot of what essentially every single studio wants to do. And basically has to do to start winning awards. And it's ridiculous. It's an absolute joke. I will say this, and I've said it before. I don't want forced diversity in every single story. Now wait, because loads of people will go, that's because you're racist. That is a myopic worldview. What I would like is storytelling that is diverse. Right? What I mean by that is, give me some random African myth and legend and make a movie about it. That'd be great. Obviously, have to be African cast for that because it makes sense. That would be fantastic. I'd love that. Right? Rather than in every single TV series, in every single movie, a black person, just randomly, even though it doesn't serve the story in the time period, for instance, right? Before that gets clipped. A random gay person, again, even though it doesn't fit the story or narrative and doesn't go anywhere. Case in point, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. They spent a whole episode talking about showing in flashbacks a random cheating lesbian. Didn't serve the story. Literally didn't come up again. Random, pointless. Maybe a strong woman. All of these kind of things that we know that is infested with modern day movies and TV shows at this point in time. This is in everything. It's homogenous at that point. It's not diverse. It is in fact homogenous. Diversity through casting becomes homogenous. And it's always the same. It's boring. And I want diversity through storytelling. That's what I want. Anyway, let's take a look. Standard A, on-screen representation. At least 3 of the following 5 areas need to be met to fulfill Standard A. So what are they? At least 3 of 5. I mean, goddamn. Characters. 50% or more of regular and recurring written characters come from underrepresented groups. What's an underrepresented group? Because if you're going to do actual representation, it wouldn't be what it is. Right? Current casting is overrepresented at this point in time. Actors. 50% or more of regular and recurring actors come from underrepresented groups. Okay. Secondary characters. Meaningful inclusion of underrepresented groups as secondary or more minor on-screen individuals, including background actors. Series premise. A meaningful integration of underrepresented groups in overall themes and narratives, even though it doesn't make sense a lot of the time now. Episodic storytelling. Ongoing, meaningful integration of underrepresented groups in episodic themes and narratives. Anyway, standard B, creative leadership. So this is, leadership elements. At least 3 of the following 6 areas need to be met to fulfill standard B. 50% or more of producers or above on writing staff and 50% or more of co-producers and below on writing staff come from underrepresented groups. 50% or more of episodic directors come from underrepresented groups. Casting director is from an underrepresented group or has not previously worked on a Disney general entertainment show in this role. Meaningful representation of underrepresented groups in senior creative leadership. Promotion of a member of an underrepresented group into a role that constitutes career progression for at least one member of the writing staff. Substantial year-over-year increase in members of underrepresented groups as directors and in writing staff. If that was me, and I was from this mythical underrepresented group, which is no longer underrepresented very clearly by Disney's own standards here, because, there's so bloody many of them apparently, I would be really, really sad. I would feel that my chance in life was given a false start. And I'm just being given a handout. And I haven't earned it. That's how I would feel. I think it's sad. Anyway, there's more. Of course there is. Standard C, below the line, at least 2 of the following 5 areas must be met to fulfill standard C. 50% or more of line producers and or production department heads, i.e. DP, composer, costume designer, editor, production designer, music supervisor come from underrepresented groups. 50% or more of other key roles, any mid-level crew, technical position come from underrepresented groups. See number 3, 50% or more of the overall crew or project staff come from underrepresented groups. I mean, you get the picture, it's all the same. Promotion of member of underrepresented groups into a role that constitutes career progression for at least one crew team member. Hiring a line producer and or production department head who has not previously been employed in that role on a DGE show. And there's more. Standard D, industry access and career development. Paid employment opportunities such as apprenticeships, internships, expert advisors to facilitate union eligibility for members of underrepresented groups. Training opportunities and or skills development. One-off work experience opportunities for students from underrepresented groups. So just basically we're only going to hire black, gay, trans, lesers who are students apparently. It's just nonsense. This is absolute nonsense. First job for member of underrepresented groups in a role that constitutes career progression from prior training. 50% or more of outside vendors or contractors employed by production provide industry access or opportunities to members of underrepresented groups. Producer or department head participation in DGE talent development initiatives, guild or other approved mentorship program. This is just... Anyway, but what's hilarious is context is critical when evaluating if a group is underrepresented. Anyone involved in hiring decisions is prohibited from asking candidates and talent about their actual or perceived race, religion, colour, gender, orientation, sexual orientation, gender identity, military or veteran status, age, disability, or any other legally protected categories. So riddle me this, how are you even going to know? Well, you're black, I guess. And you're a woman, you look it. I can't ask you, so I don't really know. What absolute shit show. There you go. That's why everything is shit now. This is genuinely why everything is crap. It's not entirely why, but it's definitely one of the main reasons. So there you go. Leave your thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.